Welcome to Sports Sushi. Your chefs for tonight are Sports Plug Russ, serving up the spiciest sports takes of the week. Sterling Furrow, rolling the X's and O's into an analytical maki platter. And finally, the moderator who always keeps the sake flowing, DJ Slow Boogie. Now grab those chopsticks and get ready, because your order of fresh and raw sports sushi is...
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. Wednesday.
Hump day!
Sports Sushi,
AKA
goddammit.
Sushi.
No, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm talking about? It's being my boy Russ here. You already know Sterling gonna come in. You know what I'm saying? He on, you know what I'm saying, CP time. But nah, he just over there finish up his other shit he got to do.
That too.
But he gonna be here, man. He gonna be here. Don't y'all worry. Don't y'all worry y'all faces. But since y'all here, do not forget, always remember to like and subscribe. Hit the motherfucking bell. Bitch, how my boy Russ would say if he wasn't taking the drink.
Bitch, hit the bell.
My bad. I caught you
sipping.
Yeah, I caught a mid-sip. That was on me. That's my bad. You know what I'm saying? But look, we got a good show.
No worries. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I want to reiterate. No, hit the bell, hit the like, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're listening on, Rumble, I know our Rumble numbers are up, so we appreciate y'all, for tuning in on Rumble. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know,
hey, we love you, Rumble. You know what I'm saying?
We love y'all.
Welcome to the jungle.
We love y'all. So before we get into it, man, let's go ahead and have a word for our sponsor real quick. God dang it. What's good, everybody? Today's podcast is brought to you by the good people at Betstamp, which is helping thousands of people win sports betting for free. That's right, you heard me. Free. F-R-E-E. Free. All right? The same way travelers use Google Flights and Expedia to find the best prices, bettors now can use the same through the Betstamp app. When you place a bet, the odds are given by a sports book will determine how much you can possibly win. Even though you're betting at the same outcome, different sports books will offer varying payouts, and the differences can be huge. We're talking thousands of dollars. But fortunately for you, the good people at Betstamp have your back, okay? So Betstamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sports books. You can click on any matchup and instantly see the different odds that the game gives you, game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and maximize your chances of winning long term. On average, Betstamp users win an extra $1,000 and over yearly just by line shopping. We can't tell you that this is a fucking game changer. What's good, everybody? Today's podcast is brought to you by the good people at Betstamp. All right, so welcome back. Remember that code is Sushi. So do not forget, when you sign up for your
and always bet responsibly.
And always bet responsibly. We ain't liable for you losing your house, your dog, your marriage, and none of that shit. Okay, we just
when Uncle Sal comes to break your legs, that's not on us.
Not on us, brother. Not on us. So, before we get into the show, let's talk about anything that happened this past weekend. I know for damn sure I got something I want to talk about.
You can go first. You always have a good weekend recap. Always have this is like your time. Like this should be story time with Boogie.
Look, man, I've seen some shit that kind of didn't sit right with me this past weekend. And it's not the obvious. I ain't gonna talk about Jalen Green, nothing like that. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
Man, y'all can't hate on Jalen Green. He just stuck with his round.
You see how Ime said, "Nigga, not in my locker room. You not." Josh Griffin, get your ass out of here. So, but that's not what I want to talk about. That's not what I want to talk about.
Play for the Spurs, bang.
Yeah.
You know.
That's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is the USFL just had the championship thing with the Birmingham Stallions just won. Now, upon the victory here, typical, celebrations always include a trophy, T-shirts, hats, and champagne. We was missing the last one there. What did they use?
Nah, it was a champagne of beers.
What did they
That's
use?
Coors. My bad. That's Coors, isn't it?
No, bro, you had it right. Miller High Life, dog. That's the champagne.
No, it is the champagne of beers. Yeah,
they had 40 ounces, my nigga.
Bruh, I wanted to be 40s. A part of that team so bad. That's a headache. They fired the club later. They was angry drunk after drinking them 40s. You just played 4 quarters of football versus a bunch of other guys that played 4 quarters of football that all needed to get every bit of that check. And you drank a 40 ounce? Why turn a football player to a gang member? What are you talking about? And High Life? High Life was the beer before beer got purified. Like it was some shit that people made. Then it was High Life. Then it was Miller Genuine Draft. And then we got some other shit now that they refiltered again. But we talking about like 3 generations of filtering. We're going back though. Like, could you, man, them 40s, they popped them hoes.
You could not spring to get like Roots or some other cheap ass. Where there was a Walmart around.
Though? Why would you?
There was a Walmart around.
If they was real though, they would have let them pick at the beginning of the season in a little pamphlet for the team. I would say, if you were to win the championship, what type of bottle would you like to pop? And I would have put 40 ounce like types across the bottom, and maybe like airplane bottles of like Crown. But I would have asked the question because it would have been the only thing lava than a like a secondary league partying with a secondary type of drink is if they would have let him choose the wrong. Because could you imagine a dude that ran out there with a Mickey's,
bro? If you
slits, I think slits small liquor.
He liable to rob a nigga in the parking lot. What is you talking about?
Bro, they probably did. You had at least 50 motherfuckers hopped up on Miller High Life, and God knows what else they put in the system later that night.
Yo,
boy,
so when you
liquor before beer,
brother,
they did not follow those instructions because they was on that champagne. Champagne.
What's next? Instead of lighting up cigars, you're gonna be having Black and Miles in that bitch, freaked and
yes, Black and Miles and Cools, nigga. Bill Walton did it. Larry Bird did it. Larry Bird was giving niggas 30 drinking Budweiser and smoking Marlboros out the red soft pack.
Yeah, it wasn't Lynn. Was it Lynn Dawson? Another one, the famous Lynn Dawson photo where he was just in that hard pulling the cig.
But he was sparking that. Yeah, sparking that, and he had a Fanta. Was it a Fanta?
Yeah, I think it was a Fresca.
Not Fanta. Fresca. They don't even make those no more. You had a Fresca in a glass bottle. Smoking a heater, throwing touchdowns, man. Our athletes are weak. So,
hey, man, look. But look, if I'm celebrating, the last thing I want is a damn 40. You know, look, fuck that shit. Give me a bottle of water, some shit like that. If I gotta pop a 40, and they were drinking them hoes, I thought they were just
America. This man is lying. This man is lying to you. Which way is my hand? It's mirrored. This man is lying to you. This man is lying to you on national YouTube.
Hey man, look. I just seen the
I don't know which way. I don't know what to do with my hands, but he's lying to you.
Look, I'm gonna say this. Look, yes,
like my nigga in ATL.
I drink that hoe. I drank Four Locos, the original one, not this new shit that they got.
Bro, you bagging on 40 ounces of Miller High Life, and you drink a Four Locos for those that
no. I said I drank Four Locos, past tense. The original.
Oh, I thought you said you'd want that for your championship.
No. I said I drank.
What? You got a gun?
No.
The original Four Locos was wild.
Yeah, that was a whole different animal. Like y'all kids, bro, these Four Locos y'all drinking now, that ain't the same. Okay,
it's juice. It's a juice box now. Back in the day, you drink a Four Loco, you had 2 options. You either gonna have a heart attack or get lit, and you roll the dice every time. I got a homie that was stuck on them. I got 2 homies that was stuck on them. They just wanted to drink Four Locos. I got a homie right now we can't let touch him. Because we know if he drink a Four Loko, he go if you take about probably like 4 of them hoes now to equal the damage of 1 back in the day. But yeah, man, I remember I came to San Antonio to visit some of my partners, and they was in the crib playing 2K, drinking Four Locos. I was like, nah, bro, what are we getting into tonight?
This ain't it. This ain't it. Y'all, you open up the blinds, lit light in.
But you know me.
Y'all can't go out like this.
But you know me. In fact, you came over that night. It was a night we played fucking UFC. I was drinking the Four Loko because I was whooping everybody's ass, and they called you. They called you because I was whooping everybody. We tried to. We never got a chance to get that back though. We tried to. Hey, I was whooping everybody ass in the UFC.
Yo,
They called this
I
man to
remember
come
that.
through.
Yeah.
He beat me the first one. I beat him the second one. We had to go to party, and we
Yeah.
hopped up on Four Locos.
Yeah. Look,
Dangerous.
y'all don't understand.
But it brings people together.
It does. It does. For one way or the other. Either you're gonna be fighting or you're gonna be fellowshipping. Either or. So look, shout out to the original Fort Loco, man. If you know, you know. God damn it.
And if you know, I'm sorry for you, but it was a good time.
Yeah. And if you know, I want to know how you know because I don't remember.
Oh, let's give a shout out. Let's give a shout out. I know this is gonna be a shot to the Astros fans, but give a shout out to the sorry ass Rangers for taking control of the division.
Yeah, they did.
Against the Rockets against the Astros this weekend. So
yeah.
Shout out a little baseball. Maybe have a little more, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to the Yankees too for getting a couple dubs.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get to this day in sports. So what you got for us, Russ? Bang, 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 bang.
On this day in sports in 1989. Hey! Oh wait, what happened? I thought Chris came through. Chris, you coming through? Oh no, he didn't. All right, it looked like he came through. I thought he came to speak.
I was about to go.
I thought he had some shit he had to get off his chest. He might in a second though. In 1989, Barry Bonds. In 1989, Barry Bonds homers against the Pittsburgh. Homers in Pittsburgh 6-4 loss to the San Francisco Giants. Weird how things work out. Joining his father, Bobby Bonds, as the only MLB father-son tandem to have a home run record holders at the number 408. There's another father-son tandem that tends to get a lot of recognition. This guy Barry's better than the other guy, even though he didn't wear his hat backwards all the time. I'm not trying to, down nobody to bring nobody up, but I just want to make a point. Barry Bonds is the best baseball player to ever play the game. If you don't like that, well, hey, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about that on a later date. But that happened this day in sports. All hail Barry Bonds, and it was with the Pittsburgh Pirates. This was pre-Giant Head Barry, and he was still doing work. 408 home runs. I'm sorry for you people that hate him.
Shout out to Barry Bonds. I just seen that he got a black belt in jiu-jitsu or something like that. So he's still active.
Honestly, besides all the Yankee stuff that I love because the Yankees are my team, like he provided me with probably the illest moment in sports, and that was when he carried that San Francisco team to the World Series in his first time at bat. Stop it, Ghost. Stop it. He is not. Stop it. Stop it.
Hell no.
Barry Bonds is the best fucking baseball player you've ever seen, not from Japan. All right. So, or where's Shohei from? China? I am so sorry. Is it Japan or China?
You're talking about
Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, he's the best baseball player ever. He's Japan?
Japan.
Okay, yeah, Griffey is not better than Barry Bonds. But King Griffey, he can next week.
Hell
next
no,
week.
Ghost.
Yeah, hey, thank you, man. Barry Bonds is the best baseball player ever, not named Shohei. But anyways, well, just you never mind the slander by Ghost. But anyways, yeah, he walked up the first play in the World Series, and Barry Bonds hit a home run. Did King Griffey do that? No, because he didn't play in a fucking World Series. All right.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna slide over to the NBA. Bang, bang, bang.
I'm sorry, Ghost. That was aggressive.
Free agency just kicked off, man. Look, you got new faces and new places all over the league, and you got other places, people that's trying to leave and go to new places. Long overdue, if you might ask me. Dame Lillard headlines these trade requests, and he is very staunch about going to the King Griffey should have gone on sauce. Shout out to
he should have. He should have. Like the rest of that generation.
That was all we was watching baseball, bro.
It was. They need to let him get on the sauce again. Pitchers was throwing. Rodger Clemens was throwing fucking gas, and Barry Bonds was hitting that bitch into the moon. Nowadays, they need to let him. Anyways, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bring back steroids era shit. That's good for sports.
Anyway, I'm all for. I let a motherfucker bat with 3 arms. Let them do what they need to do. Shit. Right. So I almost said something that had to be a major pause, but I was like, nah, I'm not.
Yes, yes, you was. Yes, you was. So let's talk about this NBA free agency here. Kyrie re-signed with the Mavs. So
we can start there if you want.
Yeah, let's start there. Let's start with Kyrie.
All right, so with the Mavs. All right, so I want to start with the Kyrie signing with the Mavs, and yes, it's a good thing. Yes, he gave us a good deal. We gave him a good deal. 3 years, 126, somewhere around there. Numbers might not be exact, but what I want to get into is the fact that like we have to pay attention to how like the media is branding Kyrie without any factual like facts. Like this is like when Trump says like fake news. Like this is truly the fakest news of basketball. And we're not even paying attention to it. Like, Yes, he plays for the Mavs, but if you know me, I've always loved Kyrie Irving's game and like him as a player. But the fact that people are talking about this like, oh well, the Mavs got him. Like we didn't just get Kyrie fucking Irving to sign for 3 years to play alongside the best young player out of all these niggas that y'all can name, because Luka's better than all of them. It's just a simple fact that we didn't find out that we had a bunch of bums until we just had Luka and Kyrie. And now that they've got Grant Williams coming to the team, now that they look like they're trying to get Matisse Thybulle, they drafted Lively. The fact that people are acting like, oh, well, they ended up with Kyrie is insane. And on top of all this, to say he's a team cancer, the only time you can say he really, quote unquote, might have brought down a team may be Boston, but they didn't even need that nigga. Like they had drafted all those first round draft picks. His grandfather died. He wasn't interested in basketball. And so the young boys showed that they didn't need him. So you could take him out of Boston. Braun doesn't come back from 3-1 without Kyrie. And when he left the Nets, peep this, people. Go look at it. You can look it up. They were in fourth. They were in fourth place. KD was hurt, not playing. James Harden was hurting, playing, sometimes not playing. And Kyrie was the one that had them in fourth place. Like, people want to hate him for not taking a vaccine. People want to hate him for not doing what everybody else said that they would have done. But in actuality, Kyrie has done nothing but been himself. And all this preaching and shit about be yourself and be true to yourself. And the one motherfucker that's doing it, everybody want to hate. Like, this shit is insane to me. But on a basketball tip, the Mavericks are doing all the right things. Like I said, getting Grant Williams, getting Kyrie, making sure Luka's happy. Luka looks like he's working out. Another thing to be brought up, Kyrie averaged 27 and 6 when he was with us. Luka was fat and out of shape and still killing motherfuckers, but he was fat and out of shape. A point to be made, Luka was fat and out of shape last year and still looked better than everybody else. So if he comes back in shape, you have Kyrie to back him up, who's an assassin. You get Grant Williams, you got some defense. You got Lively, who's a live young center. You're bringing in other pieces. I like the fact that they're getting rid of players that should do something and players that have shown they've been consistent. I will say Lively's one to be one that you're like, you got young talent with him, Green, and Hardy. And I do want to see some of the other things that they're going to do moving forward, which I do think they're going to make another move that make people say, okay, but the Mavericks are building a team. Looking at it from the outside in, I want people to realize, sorry, I might hit my mic. I want people to realize that they are building a basketball team. They already have the two assassins and stars that they need. So all these other people that you're looking for them to build around are going to be good role players.
All right.
But fuck what you heard. The Mavs building a squad. We're talking Western Conference Finals.
Okay, so let's talk about another team within that division. The Houston Rockets got Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks. As a fan, I'm not happy with the Dillon. I don't like Dillon Brooks. I'm not happy with it. I mean,
what about the basketball player though?
He's a good defender.
That's I'm like not the person, but the basketball player.
The basketball
player, he's nice.
I mean, we got a defender. You know, if he can just leave the the poking of the bear, and leave the.
You gotta choose your bears. You gotta choose your bears. Just like you choose your battles, you gotta choose your bears.
Yeah, man. Let's just tone down the talking. I
like it.
Like 25%, man, and let the play do the talking. And
I think
I'm okay with it.
I think you also have to look at the fact that Ja got hurt. That comes into a play. He's there. He's exactly, Twan. Like the additions of Brooks and especially VanVleet, that makes that team a bit more, how can I say, like cerebral and coordinated as far as the VanVleet goes, because the team needed organized. That's the word I'm looking for. It makes the team more organized. VanVleet's a real point guard, and I think the real point guard is lost in today's NBA game. Everybody thinks you want a Russell Westbrook. Everybody thinks you want the guy that can run up and down the court and dunk before people get there, or the guy that can just shoot threes real fast. Like, Steph Curry's best attribute besides being able to shoot threes is the fact that he's a real fucking point guard. He can get people in position to score. Like, Fred VanVleet has the ability to get people in position to score, and the Rockets have a couple young players that, if put in the right position, can do some damage. And so I think that's a really good pickup. And Dillon Brooks plays really good defense, and that matters. So, like, having a good defender matters.
I really wanted to make a joke there, but I can't do it.
You should have. You should have just interrupted me and made the joke, because I skipped out on one joke. It's 3 strikes and you're out. I skipped out on one joke, and I don't think I can do it again. Even if it sounds crazy, I'll pause and everything else. But I gotta hit the. I gotta get him. I feel like I let.
I gotta get it out of my system.
I feel like I let everybody down by not saying my last joke, and so it's like, damn. It's gonna come back though. Like it's gonna come back like later in the week. I'm gonna say it, and people are gonna be like, "This nigga crazy." I'm like, "You goddamn right." Nobody does it like me. I like Jordan Clarkson ending up back with the Utah Jazz. I like the fact that the Bucks went and got the other Lopez brother. That was pretty dope to me. Let me look at some of the other ones.
Lakers, they just signed a good portion of their guys.
I know. Rahu Shamir. My bad. I said Ra. Rui Hashimura. That's a great signing. Getting Reeves back is a great one. I want to say Pat Bev. Where did Pat Bev end up? That was a good one too.
Pat ended up with the 76ers?
I think so. Let me get a tracker.
If I'm not mistaken, I could have swore it was the 76ers. That's that Daryl Morey connection. He said.
I like the fact that what's his name went and got the bag. My boy Bruce Brown. Was it Bruce Brown?
Yeah, man. Coach, long lie to us, dog. Brucey B ain't going nowhere. Hell nah. Hell yeah.
He knew he was leaving, bro. You got to get your money. Jeremiah Grant. That's a good signing. But I want to talk about the Portland Trailblazers in just a second because I want to get into the Dame. We really didn't talk about Dame and stuff, so I want to get into that too. Cam Johnson's a good restricted free agent signing. They got back Kyle Kuzma. I think he could have got more money, but you know what I'm saying. I think he likes Washington. I can understand why. Go. Draymond Green getting signed back for the $100 million is a smart move. I mean, you got rid of Jordan Poole. Any other ones that really pop out? I mean, Max Strus was a good one as just a notable player. Herb Jones is a good guy to keep. Grant Williams already stated that. Oh, that's the one I'm forgetting. Thank you, God, Internet. Dante DiFincenzo. Jay Wright's about to come coach the Knicks. Dante DiFincenzo to the Knicks. That adds Hart. That adds Brunson. And that adds DiFincenzo. That's 3 of the 5 starters for 2 national championship teams that they had at Villanova. The only thing that they are missing is Jay Wright and the game plan. And I guarantee you, if you start to see Jay Wright hanging around, you start to see Jay Wright at different summer league games, you start to see Jay Wright taking different notes. Jay Wright's going to coach the Knicks in at least 2 years. I guarantee it. He's going to be there next year if what's his name fuck up. What's the coach now? The one that used to coach the Chicago Bulls. Anyways, if he fuck up, he up out of there.
You talking about Tibbs?
Yes. If Thibodeau fuck up, he's out of there. Gabe Vincent to the Lakers. I think that's a good one. And before we talk about Dame, I guess that's it. Oh, I mean, if you want to be negative, like Dallas Mavericks, like why'd y'all sign Dwight Powell back? Like we don't want him. Like we don't want him. We don't want him. Like no MFFL wants him. Like he has like in the what's that saying? You had one job. He breaks that rule all the time. Like all he has to be able to do is rebound the ball. And if he would like to, he could catch some oops. And he's like 6'10", so and he got a little hop. So like, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. Sometimes the ball comes off the rim and he's looking the other way. Like, what are we doing over here? Like, you know, he's a deer. He's a deer. And he's with his hands up. Like, you're a professional, man. I need you to do better than that. Russell Westbrook staying in Charlotte. Who fuck cares? Their 2 best players ain't gonna play because they be getting hurt all the time. Really, Kawhi just ain't gonna play because he be getting hurt all the time. But it's cool. You got your bag and you did what you need to do in Toronto. I will say this before we get to Dame. One signing or trade that will never happen, that will probably result in a bunch of championships. Hot take here. If the Mavericks could somehow get Paul George and add him to this team with Kyrie and Luka and the other pieces, that team would be one to be reckoned with, but it would never fucking happen. But you know what, guys? After this show, after a little bit, I'm going to get tired. I'm going to go to sleep. You know what I'm going to do when I go to sleep? I'm going to fucking dream. I'm going to dream of that shit. And it's going to be true in my head. Let's talk about Dame.
All right, let's talk about Dame. All right, so Dame Lillard has formally requested a trade after so many years in Portland. And a lot of the NBA fan base feel is about damn time.
Man, fans ain't shit. I'm just going to say that, man. Because people are talking about, you ain't loyal. Man, fuck y'all. This man just sat around and been sitting there. I described it last week like your homie that just won't leave the girl that ain't good for him. Damn you to leave. No, I love her. She just brought Scoot through the door. She just brought Anthony Simons through the door. She don't love you. I'ma stay forever. And the moment that he leaves, just like in real life, why you leave that girl? Why you trying to leave Portland? Because don't nobody want to go to Portland. Nobody want to fuck with this place. And all the loyalty in the world, and know what they gave him? We're opening our doors to every team. Fuck Portland. Loyalty ain't shit. 50 Cent told you. Fuck love. Love will get you motherfucking killed. And niggas die every day, B. You know why? Because they fall in love. Dame, look, they trying to ship his ass. Look, Brooklyn done put together a mean package. And while I talk shit about Portland, if I'm Portland, I'm not letting you go to Miami for the free. No, that's not my business plan. You go on to whoever gives me the most for you. Because unlike Bradley Beal's intelligent ass, you do not, which not saying he's stupid, you just too loyal. You do not have a no trade clause. So I can send you anywhere I motherfucking want for any motherfucking price. But this is all to say, do not be loyal to billion-dollar companies run by people.
And I think that's kind of what the league has shown you, the NBA has showed you in the recent years is that, you know, it is a business and you do need to go ahead and you need to go for yours. He's a good analogy. Shout out to Twan. It was a damn good analogy, Twan. He hit it right on the head.
It's exactly that, bro. Like,
yeah. Put yourself in his shoes.
Peep this, y'all. Scoot Henderson wears the number 0.
Ooh.
They drafted, bro. Like, you know, like that's like you being like, yeah, I wear J's and these certain jeans. I wear J's and skinny jeans and graphic tees. And she bring home a nigga that wear J's and skinny tees and skinny jeans and graphic tees. He dressed just like me. I know. Time for somebody to leave. Yeah. Damn, that's you.
Got your
bro, but the audacity of them to take Brooklyn. I mean, yeah, Dame is friends with Mikal Bridges. He don't want to go to Brooklyn, though. The nigga want to go to Miami. He been wanting to go to Miami. The reason why he didn't want to say what he wanted, because he knew this was going to happen. And to all the people out there that's like, oh, Dame, you ain't showing no love. Fuck y'all. Like, we got to start, the people that out here that do this senseless trolling like this, we have to just look at them and say, man, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Because Dame needs to leave. But all this about, like, why ain't you staying? Why the fuck would he stay? The house is dirty. She don't make no food. He do everything. He mow the lawn. The outside of the house look great. He mow the lawn. He wash the bricks. He do everything. Every time people come over, he makes sure the backyard is mowed and they got the little lights up with the strings. You know what I'm talking about? They got the nice drinks with the umbrellas. But then when you go inside, it's dirty. He ain't got no help. It's nothing. And you wanted to stay. Fucking idiot. But he's leaving now, so he's made smart decisions. But they're gonna screw him over, unless he forces their hand and makes the Portland Trailblazers look absolutely horrible. They're going to send his ass to Washington, Brooklyn, whoever gives them the most, and he better hope that he can finagle some 3-team trade because they're gonna bend him over. That's what these teams do. They don't give a fuck about Dame. You didn't win no championship, nigga. You got close, and that's how they feel about players like that. Like if you don't win, they don't care about you. Like so, I feel like Dame's doing the right thing, but I feel like we should all watch this and remember this. And all the fans that root for the big people in the big chairs that have the billions of dollars, stop. Stop telling players to play for cheap. No, go get the Mavericks. If you don't pay this nigga Luka, he should leave. If you don't pay these others, he should leave. Like, your team should pay players. Stop all this 1975, 1980s play in the city and take a home team discount. Them niggas had 2 jobs back in the day. What the fuck you talking about? They was playing fucking basketball and working at car dealerships in the summer. Mm-hmm. Ooh, nigga, no. I'm making 200. LaMelo Ball signed for $260 million, nigga. Stop. Do what's best for you, nigga. Shit, do what's best for you, and everything else gonna work out. That's all I really got to say about Dame.
Okay.
I got one though.
What's that?
That I forgot though. My nigga RTB got signed back.
Yes.
Stop on that. Hot on the tracks and he back hot on the court. And those people hating, my nigga be rehabilitated. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for him to drop 20 on somebody, dunk on a nigga, and then drop a hot diss track to whoever out there. Because he don't really be talking to nobody, but he talking to everybody. That's why we love it. RTB nigga for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. I fuck with his raps and his game. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is After Laughter. All right, that's a good track.
Hey,
Right.
you already know. Hey, man, I can't wait. And LaMelo just signed for his contract. They got Jordan, motherfucking loser, general manager ass up out there. Jordan, let's be honest. Michael Jordan's probably one of like the top 5 worst fucking team presidents ever. That nigga was terrible.
Is he
He was
worse
terrible.
than John
Guys, he's
Elway?
pretty terrible. And
He's worse than John Elway as GM.
John Elway got a Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Nah,
Yeah, Michael Jordan sucks as a fucking team president, bro. And think about this. This goes back. He drafted Kwame Brown. First, nigga.
This is true.
First, nigga. Hey, everybody ain't good at everything. That's all I'm gonna say. He ain't designed the shoes, nigga. Someone else did, Tinker.
All right. We're gonna get a little bit deeper into the GM subject, but let's go on to our Betstamp segment here. So Chris, cue us up, brother.
All right, gentlemen. We went 2-1 last week.
Who lost?
All right.
The Los Angeles Angels did not cover for you.
You know why? Because Shohei Ohtani got a fucking Ghost, put the fucking bottle down. Put the bottle down.
Ghost the best GM ever.
Jordan's bottom 5. He in the views from the motherfucking basement. Stop.
All right, so let's get on with this Betstamp.
Malik Monk left that nigga and started getting 30 in the playoffs. Stop.
Yeah, so Boogie once again remains undefeated with his MMA picks.
Shout out to Sean Strickland. Ghost tried to fade me. Don't think I ain't see that, Ghost. You tried to fade me, man. You got to ride with your boy, man. We like this, dog. We like this. We got to see eye to eye, man.
The Houston Astros cheated their way to a close cover on the 1.5 with a 14-0 win.
But you see that, Chris? 16 is more than 10, so you got to respect my gangster. I had 2 picks last week. I went 1-1. You want to tell the people the Angels lost? The Houston was my pick. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, you're +6 then.
You know, I mean, but it's plus. I'm plus. I was minus. I told y'all stick with me with the baseball. I was minus. I was in the mud. I was digging like a crawdad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a crawdad. I was a man in the mud, and I'm out. And now I'm ready to bet some more. Put it on baseball. Oh, my bad, Boogie. You go first.
All right, look, man. Usually I will stick with the main events here, but this is going to be a very sentimental pick for me. Even if I lose this one, I do not care because I got to go ahead. I got to ride my boy Robbie Ruthless Lawler, his retirement fight. Let's go out on a win here, Robbie.
Is this Saturday?
Yes, this is Saturday. UFC 90.
All right.
Do this shit, Boogie.
Yeah,
no, ain't gonna take my man's on. You ain't gonna get his on.
He's gonna be up. He's gonna be up. He's
Robbie
Lawler. Yeah, I'm taking Robbie over Nico.
Taking the heavy underdog.
Yeah. Come on, Robbie. Look, this is all heart, no brain pick right here. All right. Come on,
you're putting your undefeated streak on the line for 31%. Robbie Lawler.
You goddamn right, man.
If you pull this one off, it's going to be legendary status.
Let me say this. Look, if I pull this off, I'm onto something. I am onto something. But yeah, I'm going with Robbie on this one, man. I got to. I got to ride with Robbie.
All right, Russ.
All right, first and foremost, I want to say go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, all that good shit, you know what I'm saying? Hit that on there. Oh, and if you're interested in playing video games in any type of competitive manner, please hit me up and ask about CPG Gaming. Couch Potato Gaming is for the best gaming lies. All right, back to betting. Don't say with the program. Gang shit. All right, so let me see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this is going to be my heart pick for the week. I'm going to give you 2 again because I plan on going 2-0. We got the New York Yankees are going to you know what? I'm going to say this. They're going to cover the -1.5 against the Baltimore. We're going to get the upset. They've been looking okay lately. You know what I'm saying? I'm liking what we're doing. And then the second pick, hold up, wait a minute. I'm gonna pick the fuck ass Rangers. You know, y'all know I don't fuck with the Rangers. You know what I'm saying? I live in the city, but I don't fuck with the Rangers. But I'm gonna say they've been hot recently. They've been doing a good job. Any team that can beat the Astros at baseball at any point in time is good. Is good at baseball. Especially if you can beat them more than once. And the Rangers have happened to been able to do that. The Boston Red Sox suck shit. So we're going to go the Rangers with the -1.5. And I'm going to take that one as well. And we're gonna rock forward. We're gonna go both of those, and I'm gonna continue doing my 2 baseballs. And Chris, next week, if I have a winner, when I have a winner, I want you to talk about my wins first and my losses second. All hell, Sean McDermott, just to piss you off. While you're on the mic.
All right, let me make sure we're locked in here for 3 wagers.
All right.
He's like, I ain't got time for your bullshit today.
Where are picks here? Yeah. Track. Okay. So that's tracked. Then the Yankees.
Man, they better not fucking let me down, man. They probably are, though, because I'm breaking my rule here where you don't bet on your favorite team, but I want to because I have faith. What'd you say, Boogie? This is all heart, man. Come on, New York.
It's all heart,
Aaron
baby.
Judge hurt. We struggling, baby. We're not struggling. I think we're in third, which is kind of struggling, but we're not struggling.
While I'm relocking in these picks, somebody give them the spiel.
All right. So, like we said, you always, when you go ahead, you sign up with us, use the code Sushi, man. Whenever you use the code, you can always go back, lay it down again. Whenever if you don't put it in when you sign up, you can always go back to your profile, pop it in Sushi. And Russ, what do you got to say for him?
You already know, people, in all seriousness, if you have any type of problems or you need any help with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Do not gamble with your last bit of money. Do not gamble if you need the money for food, clothes, kids, etc. Please, this is something for fun. If you have a problem, call the number, 1-800-GAMBLING. And to everybody else, happy gambling.
All right. Like we said, we are not responsible for you losing your home, your wife, your family, your kids, your dog.
Speaking of happy gambling, I know the weekend segment's over, but I forgot to mention I did go to the horse races for the 4th out of Grand Prairie out here. Boy, that was fucking amazing. And 2 of my horses won. You know what I'm talking about? It was live. You know what I'm saying? It was live. Yeah, it was live. You know, it was after the kids. It was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? If it's a good parlay.
Hey,
little Johnny might not can eat. No, I'm joking with y'all. No, I'm saying, but no, it was fun as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever get a chance to go to some kind of horse races, check it out. Learn the rules before you go, so that you know what you're doing, or at least learn what you know what I'm saying, place, win, and pass mean. Is it pass?
It was a show.
Place, win, and show. My bad. Yeah, I said pass. Place, win, and show mean. Make sure you know what those mean. And other than that, pick by the names, bro. I let my daughter pick a name. Let my other daughter pick a name, and both their horses won.
Nice. Quick little sports trivia of the day for you guys. A little fun fact.
Add that shit every Betstamp. You should do this every week. Go ahead.
Do you know what Randy Johnson is doing in retirement?
He's a photographer, right?
He's an NFL photographer.
Yeah, he's a photographer.
I did not know that shit.
Yeah, the big unit, dog. He's on the sidelines taking pictures.
Pause. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, pause. Pause. Forgot. Sorry. But yeah, Randy Johnson takes pictures, man, on the sideline of the NFL games. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That goes. Look at Chris. Chris, you jumped on your Segway bike today. Look at you. You jumped on your Segway. That man. And you know what? The funny thing is, Randy was going to be the guy in this either or, but I had to switch it up when I thought about some other things. But whenever y'all ready, we showing baseball love. So, Boogie, you can introduce it because you know we got to do the dance. Just let me know when you're.
All right, you already know what time it is. At the Betstamp comes the motherfucking either or by my boy Russ. So, what we got today for us, dog?
All right, so you know it's the summertime. A lot of people say the summertime, the football season's over, the basketball season's over. We can't watch nothing. Fuck y'all. Watch the fucking baseball. Pay attention to baseball. Baseball is a great sport. You can put it on the background if you need to. If you have something like ADD or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You can do 2 things at once. But baseball is a good sport, and I would like people to get a little bit more acclimated to it. Today's either or is going to be, who would you rather have in their prime? Rodger Clemens or Justin Verlander? Ooh, let's get it started. Boogie, who you taking? You going hometown rocking? Oh wait, both of them played for the Astros.
They both played for the Astros.
Only one of them won. Only one of them won though.
Yeah, only one of them won. But whenever Rodger Clemens came out here, it was always big shit. But I got to go with the guy that helped bring us the the World Series. So I'm going with Verlander on this one. Even though my heart says to go with Rodger, but I'm gonna go with Justin.
I hate the Astros.
He won us,
but I'm a Yankees fan.
You gonna go with Rodger, bro?
I have to. Now, I will, but the crazy thing is, I'm so glad I got to watch both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got to watch, and I got to watch Prime Rodger because I'm a Yankees fan. So I got to watch Prime Rodger, and I got to watch, of course, I'm a Yankees fan. I got to watch Prime Justin Verlander.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've got to see them both. So I will say Verlander's nasty, like really gross when it comes to pitching. But Rodger was like the equivalent of a LeBron James as his arm was concerned. He just had a literal cannon at the end of his shoulder socket, and he just pointed it and fired it. And it got to points in his career when he was like, "Yeah, I'm just throwing 96 and up. What you gonna do?" And he would do it like over and over and over. And you're like, "Bro, like this, what is up with this dude's arm?" And it's like, it's just, is it made out of rubber? And he was like, "Nah, it's made out of motherfucking cold steel, and it shoots bullets and gas." So I gotta go Rodger, even though no disrespect to Justin Verlander, and plus Rodger got it done for the squad. Just as you picked Verlander, he got it done for the squad. But I'd like everybody in the comments, pick your one. If you don't have a pick or you have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, I encourage you to go to YouTube. Look up Justin Verlander throwing that gas. Look up, well, you might not want to put in throwing that gas because some weird shit might come up. So Justin Verlander pitching, look up Roger Clemens pitching, and you'll be highly impressed. Baseball is a sport that can be enjoyed by its highlights. I would like to let people know it is a sport that can be enjoyed by its highlights. I would never say don't watch a game, but for those out there that don't have enough time and hate the fact that it lasts a long time, come in at the top of the seventh. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
You come in at the top of the seventh, you'll be okay. You might have missed some shit earlier in the game, but if you come into a baseball game at the top of the seventh inning and watch it to the ninth, you will be thoroughly entertained. That's how you watch baseball, people. Thank you.
I'll say this in closing. Yes, he is correct. The World Series with TCU and Florida was pretty goddamn exciting, and it came down to the final innings. So yes, the final innings, the closing innings are the best. You know, to me.
It's kind of like you watch basketball. Like football is a sport that you can watch. Like there's so much going on, but baseball is a sport that if you're not highly interested and don't know everything's going on, you don't really give a fuck about nothing but who's going to win and who's going to play hard. So if you get into it in about the seventh inning, that gives you enough time. That gives you enough time to watch everything unfold. And in the playoffs, you probably want to get in about like inning like 5.
Yeah, fifth inning.
You know what I'm saying? Really, in the playoffs, you might want to watch the whole thing. Get you a case of beer, sit the fuck back and relax. But if you just want to have it going on, about inning 5 or 6, you'll get some good sports in. You know what I'm saying? You'll like it.
All right, you can always bet. You know, and that's always a thing. And always bet with Betstamp.
That is true.
And
if you use Betstamp, get your lines, and you bet on the game, you will watch that shit, and you will enjoy it, and you will hang on every pitch.
Indeed. And with some people like that can take this advice when we go to our next segment. The NFL has just suspended more players. I think Indianapolis Colts suspended more players and released for gambling on NFL games. Now, we've talked about this in the past, and so shout out to 610 Sports, is a local sports channel here in Houston, and I can't remember which actual show I was listening to, but they kind of just went ahead and explored the you know, just the whole makeup of this, and they were just kind of looking at it like, okay, if it's wrong for a person to bet on his team, and it's okay for a player to kind of, you know, change the game and how they play just so his teammate can get a contract, what's the word I'm looking for? Stipulation. Yeah, little stipulations. You know how they have these contract stipulations, like if you hit 15,000 yards receiving, you get a bonus and shit like that. And it has happened.
What made Antonio Brown go crazy?
Exactly. So they were exploring the difference. Is there even a difference in that and this? Because, you know, the biggest thing they talk about is ruin the integrity of the game. Well, isn't that not the kind of the same deal if you think about it? And I just kind of wanted to, you know, bring that subject here so we can kind of discuss that.
I think what they're looking for mostly though in the NFL is like, let's not let the easy door of problems be opened. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, there's a door that's locked. Somebody's gonna kick it down. There's a lot of problems. But there's a door like one of them swing doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's easy. You can just push it open. And letting players gamble on games is basically that swing door, because we can't account. Sorry, 1 second. We can't account for the people that don't really pay attention to the fact that, well, maybe this guy didn't bet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this guy didn't bet on a team that he knew what was going on, or maybe he bet the right way. All people see a lot of times, a lot of people see things in generalizations. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. But as a company, a generalized thought, if a player is going to gamble on the game, if this is fixed. And the last thing that you can have is a bunch of people that think like that saying this is fixed, fuck it. Because no matter how smart, dumb, what I'm saying, factual, non-fact, whatever, it doesn't matter. Once a group of people put their mind to something, like, it's gonna become, it's not truth, but it will force its way into becoming truth. And you know what I'm saying? And so people already, they don't win a bet. Just, oh, something's wrong. People that play the video game, I didn't win. Oh, something's wrong. Like, people love to blame something other than themselves and their own inconsistencies. And so when it comes to betting, if someone sees a player for the Colts betting, they're like, oh, the games are fixed. And so, although I believe it's crazy that someone can get a $230 million contract fully guaranteed after having 24 allegations against them, whether I agree or disagree, like, I find it crazy that they can get that money guaranteed and a guy that gambles on his team gets suspended for the entirety of a season. The guy that gambled on his team, that's a topic that can cause the NFL to fold with gambling. A guy doing what supposedly Deshaun did, it's not gonna cause the NFL to fold. It's gonna cause people to hate Deshaun. Go ahead and hate on him. You're not gonna hate on the Shield. So, like, I see why they do what they did, but to the players, like, move fucking smart. Like, I think that's why I don't really have a lot of like compassion for this. Like, if you get caught gambling in the NFL, you're stupid. Like, there's so many avenues you can take to not get caught gambling in the NFL, and then on top of this, they're catching them gambling in the facility.
Yeah, that was the one that I was just like, yeah, bro. You got to kind of walk out the building, go to a 7-Eleven and put your bet in, dog. You ain't got to be.
That's like the guy that gets caught with a chick at his own home. Why the fuck are you at home? Why are you at home? The one place where you can absolutely get caught. The one place. We can pinpoint your location everywhere. But if we pinpoint your location at the team facility gambling, you're in the most trouble. What the fuck? That's what I think about. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you can ask a friend of 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 a friend to make a gambling bet for you. Yeah. And there's no fucking way that they can find out. No way.
You should have did it with Betstamp. Shit, that's probably why you got caught.
Hey, you need to use Betstamp. Get your lines right, because if you lost the bet, damn, that's even worse. But to me, this whole thing is just like, move smart. Like, don't do dumb shit. And the NFL has a lot of rules that just test, like, if you're gonna move in a correct manner, if you're gonna, like, do dumb shit. Like, whether the rule is good or not, whether it's bad, whether you agree with it or disagree, the NFL's all their rules are like, hey, look, we have this rule. There's a way to beat it, but we're going to see if you're going to do it. Yeah, no, betting in the facility is an issue. Like, I believe that if you're betting on sports and you play in a certain league, like, me personally, I don't have a problem with the guy from the Colts betting on the Falcons. I don't. Now, do I have an issue with the guy from the Colts betting on the Colts? Yes. Because at any point in time, we all can lose. Losing is something you can do without effort. Losing is something. So all a player has to do is say, we plus or -3 today or +5 today. Oh shit, we gonna lose anyways. Let's just make sure that motherfucker 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, and to bet, and there's different. Like, there was a, who was it? I think it was Joe Lombardi. I believe it was Joe Lombardi was talking about, there was a bet at one point in time with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when Tom Brady first got there. There was a bet that they could lay down that if everybody put in $1 million, they'd make a fucking tank load. Like, they said nobody did it. Okay. All right. Tom Brady was the one that found the bet. Nobody did it. all right, nigga. Like, but the fact is, nobody would have been able to find out if they did it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do it smart, like right now, if an NFL player calls Boogie, no matter which one, if he calls Boogie, and he's like, "Hey, man, I need to make a bet on a game and not get caught." All Boogie has to do is say, "What game and what's the fucking line?"
I got
Not
you, bro.
text it. Tell me right now. I'll put in the bet, or I'll have my homie put in the bet. Unless you talk too much, they're not going to find out.
Just
All
gotta
that
have
they got to do is
passion.
pay you in cash, and they're not going to find out. You
So all you gotta
already
do.
make millions of dollars. Like, you carrying around a bunch of money is not going to. So I just think that guys got to move smarter and not be stupid and pay attention to the nuggets that are dropped.
I agree. Look, man, there's a million one ways to skin a cat, man, and you don't necessarily have to do it with your hands and your teeth, like you're doing right now, making these bets. You can, like
I love
Rusty
that
said,
saying, and I'm
yeah,
glad that you said that. There's people watching today that have heard that saying today, and I want to let people know, hey, things happen for a reason. You should probably listen to the niggas saying it. All right, let's just
yeah.
move on.
Long. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna jump into the topic of the night. Sports Sushi Crew, we got into a debate. Well, not us. Some got into a debate last week about.
I was hoping Sterling was going to be here in time for this.
Oh well, I know he ain't gonna make it in time, so it's just got to be you and Russ on this one. A good, nice little debate here.
I'm coming in completely unprepared and just going off of
Me too,
sheer
Chris.
general knowledge.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
So
me
like,
too, Chris. Me too, Chris. All I have is my laptop. I got some
so
Morgan,
my,
Morgan with an I. It's got this
So
crazy looking witch bitch on the front, but I
okay,
got some
hold
of that,
on.
and I got
I,
enough
Let's just
knowledge
let's just
that
lay
we
it
can
down
make
right
this
here.
happen.
I'd like to
Oh,
keep this brief and rational and logical
Oh
as
my
much as
god.
possible.
yeah.
Uh,
We got a hard
He's
stop time
painting the
here.
picture to shit on me, but we can go
Wait,
ahead.
wait. All right, look, we got a hard stop time here, but this is what we're going to be discussing. Bill Belichick, the head coach of the New England Patriots, who is also the GM since the year 2000, uh, had a very successful career as a head coach. Had some bright spots as a GM, but recently hasn't really been making really hot moves as
What's that R
GM.
word you used?
What recently?
The R word you used recently. Okay, thank you. I
Recently.
just want to make
Now,
sure people
now,
pay
now,
attention.
now, I'm gonna say this for context. I have looked, when I was looking up, certain articles about this. It is very a polarizing topic because you will very well see within like from 2001 to present
Yes.
that people still hail him as one of the top active GMs in the NFL. And then some people feel that he isn't, and some people feel that he deserves when he's done coaching to take a GM spot. So this is a
just in the
there he
nick of time.
goes.
Just in the nick
Bang,
of
bang,
time.
bang, bang, bang,
Yes,
bang.
sir. I
All
can
right, so
take two out with one punch. Let's go.
so this is what we're talking about, Sterling. You came right in time on the Bill Belichick GM debate
Oh,
here.
great.
So look, we're going to look at all of the GM moves. A GM,
I think Russ should get the floor first and explain why
Yes.
he feels that he is a good
Yes.
GM.
Okay, so Russ, take your sip and take the floor, brother. I'll leave it to you.
Okay, so basically, I'm looking at the totality of his career. I've debated with people back and forth, and yes, the past maybe 6 years, the past like maybe 6 or 7 years, or the last 6 or 7 years of his time of being GM, which was a 21-year span. The last like 6, people are taking into account, the 6 are taking into account all of his bad picks, none of his good picks, and in the totality of his career, the object of a GM's job is to put together a team that's going to win a Super Bowl, and he's done that more than everybody. And he was the one to pick Tom Brady. So to tell me, oh, it's Tom Brady, I don't care because he picked him. That's a part of his job.
Okay.
So he picked Tom Brady. So the basis of my argument is I'm not going to take the last 6 years of a person's career and say he sucks at it when he has more Super Bowls and he has built a dynasty. That makes zero sense to me. at all.
So I'm going to give my response first because it's brief and succinct, and then I'm going to turn it over to Sterling. The first thing I think has to be considered is if that GM didn't have what is arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time, a coach that also cheated to win, and a quarterback that was drafted in the 6th round. No matter how good the general manager is, nobody's picking a 6th-round quarterback expecting them to be the franchise savior. That was the greatest stroke of luck of all time. So if we remove the stroke of luck and we take out the greatest coach of all time and the cheating, we remove those 3 from the equation. How great have these rosters been? How strong have they been? He's whiffed on almost all of his first-round picks. He hasn't had Pro Bowlers in forever. The last 6 years to me is just like when it's finally becoming obvious because Brady hasn't been able to cover it over. But as far as and Sterling's going to take over from here, but as far as I'm concerned, as somebody that's been in the AFC East for a while, this has been a storyline going on and on and on. Is like, how long can Brady continue to cover how weak this roster is?
Hold on, let Sterling go, and then we'll go back to Russ.
Dang, I get to jump. Damn, I don't get.
Well, no, it's just
no. I mean, seriously, go ahead. I mean, look, man.
Okay. I was just gonna say this, Chris.
Go ahead.
Chris, you lost me when you started basing your first argument off the need to remove accomplishments. Go ahead, Sterling. If you need to remove accomplishments to make your argument and call it luck, then I have nothing else to do with it. Go ahead and tell me.
And if your entire argument is he's the greatest ever because he drafted a 6th-round quarterback that became the greatest player in history, that's a ridiculous
argument. What's a GM's job? What's a GM's job?
No. Like, I mean, I think we can all agree that picking Tom Brady 199th overall, was the best selection in GM.
If it was such a brilliant decision, then he would have picked him in the 1st round because he knew he was going to be Tom Brady.
But that doesn't matter because he did it. He did it. It doesn't matter because he made the fucking pick. He picked Tom Brady.
He gets credit for that. But I think when you look at the extent of his history of drafting, it's really not bad. I mean, it's really bad. Sorry. Like, yeah, you got the Tom Brady
ever too.
Sure.
They got Gronk.
Sure, but after that, I mean, listen, man. You got Richard Seymour in 2001.
I'm gonna let you go.
Hold on. You got Richard Seymour in 2001. I can give you Deion Branch.
I actually got the list here. So you got Asante Samuel.
Asante Samuel. Vince Wilfork in 2004. But look at where they're drafting, right?
Yes.
I'm seeing several drafts. I'm seeing several drafts here. 05, 06, you didn't get nothing. 07, you didn't get nothing.
Edelman.
Hold on.
He's
08,
Super Bowl champion.
You got Gerard Mayo. He was okay. He was a decent linebacker. In 2009, you got Julian Edelman in the 7th round. Okay, that was good. I think Julian.
That was great.
Hold on.
Patrick Chung was a good pick too.
But hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. But let's look at who Julian Edelman is. For us to sit here and say that Julian Edelman was this great wide receiver, I think that's cap because you got to look at who the quarterback is that he drafted. Guys. Okay, Julian Edelman is not this great wide receiver, and people talk about him like he's the fucking next coming of
guys.
Wasn't he a
Jerry Rice
coming into the
so he benefited. You want to talk about somebody who benefited from the scheme? Tell me, Julian Edelman didn't benefit from scheme.
Okay,
but even if you want to take
guys, whose scheme is it?
Listen, because you're losing track of what I'm saying. It's not Bill's scheme. He was the defensive coordinator. This nigga had nothing to do with offense. Nothing. He didn't.
Except picking him.
Look, 2009.
Except picking him.
In 2009.
Except picking him.
See, you're missing the point. In 2009,
no, I'm not. I'm about to get into another one.
Let me finish. In 2009, my man had 4 second-round picks. None of them did shit. 2010, okay, that's the year he got Rob Gronkowski. But if you look at the rest of the Aaron Hernandez, he got him in the 4th. But after that, He's not
a great pick.
anything.
A great pick. A great pick.
Let him finish.
I can't have this conversation because you're not. You want to believe that Bill is this great GM. And
no, go ahead.
You,
no, the only thing. Y'all trying to make me as no.
Don't
hold
say
up.
y'all.
All I said was hold on. No, y'all, because Chris is like Christ. Just because I said this is like I said. Just because I said something doesn't mean I'm not saying. I said great pick. Continue, but I'm saying great pick, Chris. That don't mean that I'm interrupting him and making him be like, no, not your point. I'm just saying great
we're
pick.
Making is,
now
out of 21 draft classes, an overwhelming majority of them have been a complete wash.
And that's the thing.
Who gives a fuck if I pick a bunch of if I pick some Hall of Famers and I'm a GM? So hold up, let me get a hold of this because y'all make no fucking sense, bro. I'm sorry, because a GM's job is to put the team together. So one, I just named that he's drafting some Hall of Famers that we can name. If you tell me, oh man, you drafted 20 players and only fucking 4 of them are Hall of Famers and you won 6 Super Bowls, nigga, I don't care. What are we talking about?
If
you tell me I'm the GM and I find a way to get Darrell Reeves to come to my team and when I win another Super Bowl, you just getting lucky.
Everybody,
it's his job. Getting a free agent is his job. That's a GM's job is to get free agents to come to his team. And not only do they come to his team, they come to his team with a lower price. Stop playing, bro. Y'all trying to tell me that a guy...
Even with his recruiting tool of Tom Brady, he still didn't sign very many free agents or any kind of marquee free agents.
Chris, you can't say, oh, I don't care about that because I feel that was luck. He picked his ass. He picked J.C. Jackson that went the fuck off. Yeah, he went to the Chargers and got hurt, but he picked him. Oh, yes, and he let him go. Like, what are you talking about? He let Laura Malloy go 2 years early, and people said he was crazy. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody bases off the fact that Tom Brady went to the Bucs and won a Super Bowl without him. We're dismissing fucking 17 years. 17 years of him working. 16. Oh, my bad. 13. Oh, yeah. My bad. 13 years of him working. Gilmore won defensive. 13 years of him working. And everybody tells me the same shit. His draft picks. The motherfucker drafted Gronk. He drafted Tom Brady. He drafted Richard Seymour. He drafted Rob Ninkovich. He drafted J.C. Jackson. He drafted all these dudes, and you bring up the bad ones, but he won a Super Bowl, and the free agent shit can't be touched. The meme is worldwide. Bill Belichick with the orange juice glass in his hand because he gets guys worth more money to sign for pennies. And and that's what I'm saying. Y'all basing your argument off of fucking draft picks. I'm talking about a dude that's doing the full job. I'm talking about the full job of being a GM. And y'all as Bills fans, no offense, y'all as Bills fans should know more than anybody because they own the fucking division.
The Patriots were never big spenders in free agency. I mean, just because he wants to go on an endless tirade and talk real loud doesn't change reality.
Hey, hold on.
Their entire roster
one at a time.
wasn't built around free agency.
And say he just want to talk loud. You trying to demean the points I'm making. Logan Mankins, I'm making points, bro. I'm talking loud because you ain't fucking listening, guys. Like y'all ain't listening. You're sitting here telling me that this shit is wrong. Vince Wilfork, Hall of Fame. Logan Mankins, Hall of Fame. We talk about guys that win multiple Super Bowls, and all you bringing me is the guys that suck. Stop doing that. Use the whole encompass everything. Devin McCourty, his brother, Super Bowl champions. What are we talking about? The team that came back against the Falcons, he put that shit together.
There's nothing to discuss.
What are we talking about here? Like you want to make an argument about some shit that's not fact.
What's the next topic? Because there ain't nothing to say here.
Well, this is the last topic here. So
great. Okay.
Let me just go ahead and just read some comments that came through. Chris Sherrod said Gilmore won Defensive Player of the Year. How many GMs last year?
Gilmore wasn't drafted by the Patriots.
Chandler Jones was. What's up? Chandler Jones was. What's up?
Twan said Billy D is the best at finding value in later rounds. That's a skill. Hitting on your first and second round picks isn't tough. All right. So, look.
Tell that to all the sorry teams that do it year after year after year. Dante Hightower was a good pick.
Listen, I'll give Bill. I'll give Bill this. He drafted Gronk. He drafted Tom. He drafted Vince Wilfork and Richard Seymour. Right? Those are 4 very, very, very good players. All I'm saying is this. I think Tom Brady, I think we can all agree, is the best football player to ever play. So Bill gets credit for that. But Tom Brady masked a lot of Bill's deficiencies as a GM. And if you can't see that, that's on you. That's okay.
Okay,
but I'm not saying that the draft is the only measurement that you can measure a GM. Free agency is, I would say the draft is the biggest. I would say free agency is, I would say the draft is 60%. Okay. I would say free agency is 20% of that. And then you have your player development route, which is the other 20%. You see what I'm saying? So Bill, he's not a great drafter, but he got some hits. And when you draft for 20 years, you're going to have some hits. But his overall body of work as a GM is not that great.
That is
and
false.
That's okay to say that. Okay.
That is false. We could disagree. Because with GM, because a GM's job is to do more than draft players, bro.
Yeah. I just said that. Damn, so you're not listening, nigga.
No. I'm saying
I've been sitting here and I listen to you. I listen to you and I don't.
No. Okay, so
you're gonna listen to me now.
So why do you think I said it first? Why do you think I said it first, Sterling? Why do you think I said it first? Because you're sitting here talking about his totality as a GM, but he's
I just told you 60 and 40. 60, 20, 20.
Him. Okay. Bro, that's him. How are you saying it's not, Sterling, when he's the one building it? He has control over everything. And while he had control for those 21 years, they won 6 bowls. How can you say he built everything? He chose the offensive coordinator. He chose the defensive coordinator. He chose the players. He signed them in free agency. He did it all. So, yes, if you do it all, guess what? You're going to miss. If you got to pass, shoot, block, play defense, you're going to have some bad moments, bro. Like, he's doing all of it.
Probably in NFL history.
He picked him, Sterling.
And as a question, Sterling. As a coach, Bill is one of the best defensive minds to ever be in football. So you have that with the best quarterback. You're gonna be successful. I'm saying this. Let me finish this statement and you can go. I'm saying this. If he was a better GM at drafting, not coaching, they would probably have 10 to 12 Super Bowls. That's all I'm saying.
When he still got more.
He got 6.
Than everybody else. But I'm asking you this. So why? Okay, so why
he's the greatest coach. He's the greatest coach to ever coach. He's the greatest coach.
Why are we downplaying? So the fact, this is what I brought up first. The fact that we saw Tom Brady do it in Tampa Bay made everybody forget the fact that Bill Belichick was the one that said, luck or not, bro. He said, I'm going to pick him. And then he said, Drew Bledsoe, you're not going to play anymore. Like, you're healthy, but you're not going to play anymore because the guy I picked is a fucking winner. And as long as I have him, I'm going to build teams around this guy because I'm the GM. So I picked him and I got lucky. Okay, I picked him and I got lucky. Even though it was my pick, I'm building these teams around him. And I'm making these moves around him. The Darrelle Revis move was fucking genius, bro. He got Darrelle Revis to come to his team for pennies. He got Randy Moss for some bums. Yeah. And then they damn near went 17-0. They lost in the Super Bowl because they had to play a team twice. Like, what are we talking about? I really want to know, like, why are we sitting here saying that a guy is not good at GM because he got lucky on some picks when he picked them? It's like if you tell me, Russell, pick a card and you win $1 million and I picked the right card, you're like, you got lucky. Nigga, okay, but I picked the card. That's all I'm saying is that I'm still doing the work. Like, Sterling, you know this, bro. Like, that's why I'm like, I know, bro. He has made some bad picks, but you know, bro, he's putting everything together. Is he fucking up now? Yes, but he's old. The game's passing him by. But we can't. Gilmore won Defensive Player of the Year. Like, Chris, I feel you. Like, he keeps saying that, and he's right. And the deal he pulls off to get these guys is GM skills, Sterling. So I'm thinking of the totality of his job.
And so am I. All I'm saying is if the draft is a big part of your responsibility,
it is.
Versus free agency, it has a greater value. So I'm giving Bill credit. All I'm saying is people talk about Bill like he is the best thing since sliced bread to ever don a football helmet, a football. You know what I'm saying?
Is he not?
He's the best coach, but I it's fair to say that he's not the best. He's not the best GM in the league.
Okay. So look at this. I'm not a Patriots fan, but when I hear the statement of like we look at him like he's the best,
and his
thing
drafting
since sliced bread,
is suspect, especially in recency bias. It's
okay,
not good.
So
4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes.
It's not suspect to me because he's done it multiple times. Like if you tell me, Russell, you missed on 20 picks, and I say, yeah, but the one I hit was the best of all time. You tell me, Russ, and we only use Tom Brady. Russ, you missed on fucking 30 in your 20 years, you missed on 15 tight end picks. But the 2 I picked were the best you ever saw. One just happened to be a murderer. But those are the 2 best tight ends you ever saw. So in my mind, I don't, and let me stop so you can get some time. In my mind, I don't care if you tell me about my misses. If all my makes, tell me about my miss in the third quarter, but I hit the game winner. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I hit the game winner. Like, and he hit the game winner 6 times. And we're not even talking about the guys he let go.
All right,
sure.
So.
Yeah, I think those are fair and valid points. I just think that, there are holes in Bill's game. And I think
true.
it's easy to it's like this. It's like when you have the best quarterback to ever play football, it's easy to get players like Stephon Gilmore, Randy Moss to come over because they're already established. That's why these top teams get these free agents or these guys that want to come over because they want to win a championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but Bill, like to your point, Bill, he built that. But I think we have to give Tom Brady a lot of credit too, because Tom Brady, even though Bill was the one that drafted him, we can't just sit here and say that Tom is Tom. Like Tom, established Bill. Tom did so much to let Bill do what he did. They worked so well together. It was the best union.
But it's kind of like
football.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're 100%
so I look
right.
at
My thing
Bill, the GM. I'm like, okay, I can look at the good, but I can also look at there are a lot of holes that he left behind. And if you look at the past and the past 7 years out of the 21, I think that's pretty big.
Neil Harry,
and he hasn't really done anything since, right? And so
I'll give y'all now. I will not argue now. I will tell everybody now he's fucking up left and right. The game looks like it's passed him by. But when the question was posed to me, is he a good GM?
I'll tell you who's a better GM than Bill Belichick. Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome for the Ravens, to me, was a better GM.
Oh shit!
Than Bill Belichick.
My bad. The dude from the Philadelphia Eagles right now. He's shitting on everybody.
Howie.
I think Howie has the potential. Howie has the potential to get there. But I still think Ozzie Newsome is better than Howie right now. But if Howie keeps
I know we're going over. Hey,
No.
Chris, give us time. I know we're going over. Give us time because I have to say this one too. Boogie, you know this because you're a fan. The old guy that used to GM the Texans. He picked a bunch of studs. He just couldn't pick a quarterback.
What's his name?
Oh, fuck. Rick Smith.
Rick Smith?
You talking about the black guy?
Yes. He picked a bunch of great players, but he could never pick a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is the way the question is posed and the way that I kept giving back my answers was because the question was posed as he's not a good GM. That's like Sterling. I don't know if you saw the question. That was the question. He's not. Is he or not a good GM? It wasn't. Is he been one in the past 7 years? It's over his totality, and I can't say he's been a bad one because he's done some crazy shit.
I mean, to get 6 Super Bowls, I mean, it's hard to say you're a bad GM, right? It's hard to say that, but when you look at it like that, I mean, I think when you dive into it, he drafted Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the best quarterback to ever play. Bill Belichick
is a good one, y'all. I think
Rob
was a really
okay.
good one.
He was okay. He wasn't like he was earth shattering. Rob,
but he won a Super Bowl.
I think a lot of
Rob didn't win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady won the Super Bowl.
But Rob was a part of that defense making plays.
He was, but he is.
But I think okay, I'm sorry, Boogie, but that's Sterling. That's what makes me respect Bill Belichick so much because I agree with you. The players he picks make you say why he's not shit, but they are good. Like they are. They're just good. Like they're just good. I give it to him.
But as I'm cool with the argument as long as you admit that having Tom Brady, in terms of free agency, having Tom Brady makes your job so much easier. Where you and I can be the GM and get Randy Moss and fucking Stephon Gilmore and Darrelle Revis to come play for the Patriots when you have Tom Brady.
Perfect. But can we agree to this though? As long as you agree to though, we got to respect Bill for taking that chance.
Absolutely.
And making that pick.
Absolutely.
We good. We good then.
Okay.
We entertained y'all. There y'all go. Me and Sterling argue for the first time. There y'all go. Fuck y'all.
The first time.
No, like we really got into it this time though. We really got into it this time. Yeah, like most times it was like, oh, whatever. But this is a pressing topic.
Hey, you my dog and I love you. So I don't care if we yell and scream at each other. You still my dog. So
yeah, y'all, you my dog, bro. It's for sure. We two dogs, bro. We both feel a certain way, but I think from now on we got to see the way we frame questions. Because even Shotgun was saying in the chat, and a lot of people were saying, like, when we look at the totality, because all of us can agree the past 6 or 7 years have been dog shit, except for J.C. Jackson.
Yeah.
Who he let go?
Yeah. So,
but he got hurt. But he got hurt the next year. So was it smart?
I don't care.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just saying. The way shit works out for Bill is just the way it worked out for Bill.
Hey.
But they ain't gonna do shit this year, so I ain't gotta worry about that. Worry about them Dolphins.
All right. So look, that is our time. We are going to close it out. We got to go ahead and do some pro show shit. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. And remember, hey, we're gonna be back here next week. Chris, go ahead and drop that closing. Which part? Oh, I forgot. Do we do that or we did that? Which we call it? I don't remember. All right, so we're gonna skip the ad today. Tune in next week. We're gonna have a lot of shit to talk about. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe. You see the fucking social medias. Follow us. Peace, bitch. Bye. All right.